I
Hey y'all, what's
can't
going on? How
fuck
y'all
with
doing?
fuck niggas.
What
How's everybody?
Everybody, I'm good.
Everybody.
everybody.
Sharina and Jazzy Boat in the building. We are now live on YouTube,
Hey y'all, what's
ladies
going
and
on?
gentle germs.
So
Let's
you were
go.
saying yesterday
Oh
was
yeah,
it was cool. Yeah, that was my first time playing there. Um, yeah, it was my first time playing. I had a good time.
yeah.
I went like I said, I went last week. Listened
Mm.
in a little bit.
Good
I got
energy.
there late. Yeah, yeah, definitely. A few of the guys I already know.
Mm.
Um, but majority I had never met
Who was that?
personally. But I don't know. Well, you went in there earlier. When I wasn't there because I'm trying to chop up the video now so I can get my portion out. But
Oh, from last night.
yeah, because he called my name earlier and I
Mm.
was a little late. And see, this is the thing. I thought, like I said, I've been around a long time. Most people think I am a guy.
Ah,
Because
that's
I
fun.
never really did like the video stuff with my face, like me being in the videos, kind of like what I've been posting on IG like the last couple of 2 years, I guess it would say. I
Mm.
wasn't doing that shit before. I've always just kind of like made music, and I don't think people associated me, um, the two together. Like it's really weird. You know what I'm saying? This is really weird. But
Nah,
yeah.
I feel it. That's kind of dope though.
See,
Cause honestly, what was it? You the only no, you weren't the only female producer in the room last night.
nope, I
I
wasn't. It
only
was
saw it was Ebony Eyes.
Ebony Eyes was there. Who else? There was like another. There was like somebody else. I don't know if she was a producer or not, but it said Oakland something or whatnot. But normally
Mm.
Brown Jewel is there.
Hmm.
Jewel was there last week.
I think they
And
mentioned that name too.
yeah, Lisa Vasquez was there too last week. I met Lisa before. Um,
Hmm.
I think I met her in Clubhouse. No, no, no. I met her in another producer thing. Um, she out in L.A. And then I think it was like somebody else that was in there. But I didn't get to hear them play because last week it was like their 50th
Mm.
show. So like it was that shit went for like 6 hours.
And they said it was like a million people in there too.
It
That shit was
was
probably
like
raw.
it it was. I was listening to music for hours, just sitting in
Dope,
there, just like
dope. Yeah, they
listening
had
for.
countries in there, man. That shit was inspiring too,
Yeah,
because I was just like, it's so hard, bro. And they were just in there complimenting each other, and you know what I'm
hell
saying.
yeah.
I thought
Some
that
of
was
the
hella
man,
good fellowship, bro.
I respect for quite a few of them dudes, man, because I was
Mm-hmm.
just happy to like be in there and like get to play with like somebody like Pudge.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I've been fucking with Pudge for years, man. That dude is stupid fucking nasty, man.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was like that's why I was like I typed in the moment, I was like, yeah. This shit make me want to put on my fine clothes and listen to this shit. Like I can't even just sit here and and just be listening to beats with no t-shirt on. Like this shit was
Yay.
crazy.
Yo,
This
yeah,
stuff was
some of them
stupid.
beat it's like for one beat to another would just change your mood, bro. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It
yeah.
was dope, man. Niggas was doing
Yeah,
their
it
shit.
was
That was a good
pretty
time.
sweet.
Thank you for the invite. I felt like I was like, this me and Kibo on Friday night. Nigga came to pick me up. We about to go to the beat battle. Yes.
Hey, you know.
Yes, Jazzy on the outside. Jazzy on the outside. Walking on the outside. Jazzy. Thank you. I'm here all week. She's stupid. Who's this? We got oh, let's have cocktails podcast. Yay. Hi guys.
Hi.
They're
What's
coming
up?
in. You said Jazzy on the outside. Jazzy on the outside.
Oh,
Oh,
don't
that's
make
about
me
to be
join
my
in.
shit. You said don't make me join in. Come on with that. I know
He's
you
Don't
found the
joining.
harmony and a nice little low. Hey,
Right.
let's have me a
Oh,
cocktail
boy, let me
and
get my shit up, man.
shit.
Cool.
This
What's
is
up,
some
boss? How are you?
professional shit.
Oh, I don't know if it's frozen or muted.
Oh, there we
What'd you say?
go.
Hmm.
Hi, this is nice.
There's a face
I
connecting
think
to
it's muted. Oh,
audio.
she's connected.
Yes, just connecting the audio.
Connecting to audio. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get my sausage.
And now you're muted.
Pause. Who, me?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Let's have
pause.
cocktails. There you are.
Hi.
It's the whole face.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh,
Let's
you
have
like that, man? You are
cocktails.
such, you are such a bad
It's
I
hot out
can't
here.
even I can't even see.
Ooh, you can't see him.
It looks nice and hot where Jazzy at.
It is. It was raining like crazy this morning.
Mm.
Like crazy raining. For his channel?
I got a
Yeah.
whole jacket on.
I don't understand it. What's the temperature there?
I don't know. I'll let you know when I go outside.
Serena, I feel like you always just want to have a jacket on.
Right.
Like I feel like you always bundled up. Are you naturally cold blooded? Like do you stay
Yeah,
cold?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
naturally
okay.
cold, yeah.
But it's definitely what is it out here right now? 73 right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I wouldn't have no jacket on at 73.
Yeah. Yeah, 73 right now.
What am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to get this machine up. Right. Whoop whoop.
What's going on with everyone?
Nothing much.
Not so much.
Nothing, I'm about to have to jump off because I'm losing my connection.
Oh, why I got these in my ear? Let me take this out.
What about yourself?
It's a chill Saturday. I have to do some work for my podcast. But it's a
Where
chill
are you?
Saturday. I'm in the Dallas area.
Okay.
The D.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'll be in Atlanta next weekend.
Oh, will you? For what?
One of my friends is doing a photo shoot and she wants me to do her makeup. So I'll be out there with her. It'll be my first time in Atlanta in a while. I used to be there all the time. It's been a long time.
How long will you be here?
Oh, just we fly in Friday night and leave Sunday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So outside of the photo shoot, do you have anything else planned?
We want to try the restaurant. What is it? Blaze. I think it's
Okay.
Candy and Todd's restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So
I haven't been yet.
that, but
Can you get my check?
we don't really get to do much because it's like a turnaround. I wanted to go to it's a garden out there. I do not know the name of it, but I've seen it in a movie. I think so. It has some kind of thing out there that looks like something from Moana, and I really, really want to see it.
I was like the botanical gardens because they change the theme every now and again. And I think it was Alice in Wonderland at some point. That maybe it changed now. I haven't been.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm a little boring like that.
No, that sounds good.
That sounds amazing, actually. I came in at the right time, right when we were talking about the
gardens and food.
and booze.
Yeah, I feel like the older I get, I mean, I've done everything. So now when I travel, I just want to chill out.
Exactly. See, Sharina, I told you it's not just us, Sharina. You know, Jazzy, that Len tried to attack me when you wasn't here about things that we like to do when we travel. She was like, "Oh, because Jazzy and Chaos got to go have a sit down and a nice place to sit." What?
Yes,
No,
we can get
literally.
You seen Jazzy shake her head? What? Hello, how are you? I don't.
Good.
I don't want to. I don't know what to call you. I don't know what to call you. LHC
Oh,
podcast.
I'm a neat. Let's have cocktails as our podcast, but I'm a neat.
A neat.
Yeah.
And
I'm
a
into
neat
that.
like QUE like unique.
A''NIQUE.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. All your consonants, girl. Let me give you all your consonants. What's going on? How are you this fine Saturday?
I'm real chill. I'm real chill.
Hell yeah,
I'm
man.
not drinking today, so
I'm smoking, and I also have a biscuit that I made, and I realize every time I eat meat that I really don't like it like that. It's really annoying.
oh, you smoke. I don't smoke, but I have edibles, but I don't smoke.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, you and Jazzy don't smoke. Oh, that's nice. Y'all
Smoking
can.
did nothing for me. I could never get high off smoking. Smoking's not my thing.
You ain't doing it right.
I was about.
Something
Smoking
wrong.
definitely does it
You
for
ain't
me. I
doing
just
it
don't
right.
like the act of smoking. I just don't like how it looks and
Yeah.
feels.
Yeah, it don't hit everybody the same. You know,
Meanwhile,
But
every
you know,
I
time
like my
Jazzy
everybody.
smoke, I
edibles.
get excited.
I feel like that about drinking. It's not for me. It's outside of
Oh,
beer.
drinking is
It's
for
not for
me.
me. Yeah, it's not for me.
What'd you
Hence,
say,
last
My
night's
Kale?
doctor
cocktails.
says it's not for me, but I say it's for me.
She
What'd you
said
say
drinking
about
is
me
for
smoking?
me. Oh, about you smoking? I said
Oh.
every time I think Jazzy is about to smoke, it looks really cool, and I say something, and then she reminds me that she's not. So there goes that.
He
That's
always
what.
wants me to be smoking, and
I
it's
mean, you
Yeah,
know.
high people want other people to be high.
It's like part of the. That's an agenda. Okay. When you want to define agenda, I definitely agree that every person
Kathy,
that
do you
smokes would
do
like.
edibles?
I prefer edibles to smoking, but
Oh, okay.
I haven't had any in a while, which is a good thing because I just applied for work and I just had to take a drug test yesterday. So I'm praying that I passed it because I had something in edible form
That was mad long ago, wasn't it?
a few weeks ago, huh?
Oh, I don't know
So
your
I was
life. I
like
was like,
researching
Yeah, I
against
thought
it
it'd
to
be
find out how
okay.
long it stays in your system because I'm just like, I wasn't expecting to have to take a drug test.
I have a whole cabinet full of edibles. We did road trips to Colorado, but I have been on the job search. So they're sitting there. But I
That's where they
bought
should sit because you never know. Because I wasn't expecting it at all. Like I was like, wait, what? A drug test?
as me and Kiba just stretched
I
on
be
that one. Well,
I be on the job
well,
search and I still be smoking. All
bro.
right.
I can tell y'all one of the best fucking stories about getting pee from somebody else.
Not to
Bro.
go, y'all. I might jump
Huh?
back in later, okay?
Yeah, I don't even. All right.
Bye,
Have a good
Jazzy.
day.
Oh, y'all be
Nice
safe. Have
meeting
fun, y'all.
Have a
you.
good day.
nice meeting you. Have a good
Have
day.
a good
Bye.
one.
Bye.
You know, I ain't never had to get no pee or nothing from nobody. I always just do. I do the water method when I have to take a urine test, and then I figured out how to fuck with the saliva.
But you know, they say that the weed only
What's the
stay in your
water
system for
method?
30 days, too.
Drinking a whole bunch of water before I go take my test to pretty much I done just douse my system out. But it's not. It's very dangerous if you don't know how to hold your shit and you don't do it right in a proper way
Hold
because
your
you gotta
what? Your
like
water?
pee first and all this other stuff. And but that has always worked for me. You know what I'm saying? As long as I do it within a good time frame of me having to go to the test, I can make it happen.
In order for
What
me
if
to
they
get
do
on the
the hair test? That's the one
I
nah,
about
don't do hair. I'm
but
against hair.
I'm
That
like,
for
you
me
can't
is
do
a
that.
religious. That's a religious freedom thing.
That
You're
part,
not
and it's
touching my
not fair
hair.
to do that. It's not fair
Yeah,
to do
it's
that.
not.
You could have been anywhere where they were smoking weed. We got
Yeah.
dreads, or I
Mm-mm.
used to have dreads. Oh, I
I've
miss
always
having dreads
exercised
too.
my right around that.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess I never had to worry about if I do a drug test. I mean, I know I'm straight,
Right.
but I never thought about that, about, you know, flexing
Hmm.
your right to let them know they can't do that. I thought
Oh
you
yeah,
just had
no.
to do
Mm-mm. No, ma'am. You don't have to accept anything. Yeah. Don't get me started. There's a whole lot you don't have to accept that they tell you is whatever that you don't. But
Well,
yeah.
they told me it was it proved right. It was only 30 days. I had to stop smoking for 30 days to get on the kidney transplant, and
Mm-hmm.
that cleared my drug test because it
Mm-hmm.
definitely that was the reason why I couldn't get on at first. They was like, you got a lot of weed. Oh, well,
it.
That's what's up.
But 30 days. But when I went afterwards, like after my transplant and all that, I was going back to work. I had to get some pee from somebody, and excuse my graphicness, it was like period pee in a condom that I had to stuff in between my turts.
That's gross.
I know, it was
Wow.
gross as fuck. It was my little cousin at least though. It wasn't like just random girl. Um,
Ah, god damn, it was period blood. I don't even
Wow.
take it if I'm on my cycle.
bro,
I don't even,
it
I
was
tell them I'm like, I can't even do it this time, bro.
right, and I would have
You don't want
accepted that,
that.
but it was my cousin that waits until she pulling up like, well, so I'm like, nigga, whatever, let's do this. But then here's the crazy part. So I stuck it in the titty. I go in, I do the boom, bang, bang, and I come out and I put it in there. It was like flawless. I'm thinking I'm getting ready and shit, and the lady like, excuse me. I'm like, what? She was like, you might have to do this again. I'm like, what's wrong with
Yeah,
it?
it's
She was
cold.
like, no, listen, that's what she said. She was just like, it's a little bit off temperature. I'm like, what do you
Absolutely.
mean? I'm so cold in here. So I'm panicking. She was just like, we're going to, take it again. You got to go back out there and wait like 30 minutes or some shit, and then you come back in and take it. So I'm like, all right, I don't know what's going on. And she started writing shit, and I was just like, yeah, I think she asked me, like, was I getting it for a job or some shit? I don't know. I was like, maybe it's off because of my new medicine. I just had a kidney transplant. This was the save. It was amazing. She like, you just had a kidney transplant? I'm like, yeah, and I pull up my stomach and I sewed a scar. She like, oh, and that's how I got away. She was just like, all right, well, just go ahead. I was like, yes. Cause
Dang,
nigga,
yeah,
Wow.
that was the
when
save.
you want to talk about holding by the balls, bro, she had me, bro. And it
No,
was a
because
good
that's
job
right.
too. It was a
It has
good
to.
job too.
I think it's 90 degrees
Mm-hmm.
above. Yeah, that it
Above
has
my
to be.
Y'all
titties.
have way more knowledge than I have. So
You got to when you smoking like this.
like I'm sitting here with I got my edibles more so for my anxiety, but now I'm sitting here with a whole cabinet full of stuff and I'm like, I can't even do it while I'm on a job search.
I'm really proud of you though.
Yeah,
Do them
I
shits
know
be
that's
looking
right.
at you like,
Cause I'm
hello?
smoking all the way up to the fucking
Well,
piston.
let me tell you, they really do because when I went to Colorado, I was so amazed at everything that they had. I bought some of everything.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Yeah.
mean, we couldn't do anything, so it's not like you spending your money to go do a bunch of,
Okay.
activities.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I spend my money on.
So y'all went during quarantine?
Yeah, I have a cousin who's stationed. Well, she was in the military and right before she got out, and she was stationed out there, and she was by herself, no family,
Mm-hmm.
no friends. So we drove out there to
That's
see
nice.
her.
I was like, man, if you're
Yeah,
not scary, this
we
was a
packed up.
perfect time to get
We
out.
packed up. Where did we go? Me, Jazzy, James, and Mel. We packed up and went to New Orleans. Like at the beginning of the pandemic for the same shit.
Yeah.
I ain't never
Really,
seen New Orleans so dry, but I had
I
never been to
heard.
like
Let me
But
popping.
tell you,
but you was
everybody was telling me how like dead it was. I was like, and I grew up
I
right there
loved
by
it.
New Orleans.
I was gonna say, but you got to do everything you need to do.
I
I've
loved
been
it.
loving it because everything I needed to do, I've been able to go in, get the fuck out, and keep
Hmm.
it moving or whatever, and enjoy myself or
I love
drive
New
through.
Orleans empty
Keep it
because I got
pushing.
to see the architecture and I took some bomb ass pictures. Like that city is so beautiful, and I don't think I
It
would have saw
is
that architecture, if it was just bustling.
the
Plus, I
trees
don't
and
fuck with
shit.
people like that. It was too many people. I was like, okay, y'all, I'm walking back to the hotel. Y'all can stay out here. I'm going back there. Too many people
Oh,
around me
now
to go
a
crazy.
couple of weekends ago, me and Roxy flew to Las Vegas. That
Mm,
was like my
Oh
anxiety was on
mm.
100.
yeah, I don't like Vegas. I'm
It
not
was a
really
whole
a
bunch of. It was a lot of people in there
yeah.
out there.
Well, it definitely is not as many people as it normally is,
Okay.
It was
but
still
I went for my little cousin, just for her birthday, and it was just like we ate good.
Mm.
We are big foodies, so we ate good, but I was like, let's go to the room because it was just it was too many people for me.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So I was like, I'm keeping it light. So my birthday coming up, so I couldn't do what I wanted to do.
When your
So we just
birthday?
went July 4th.
Mm. Jazzy is the 7th, July 7th. I might
Oh,
be
she's a
lying, but I don't think I'm
Cancer.
lying.
What
Yeah,
we
she's a
doing?
Cancer. I don't think I'm lying. I think I'm actually correct. Yeah. We went out to New
Oh,
Orleans for
that's
Jazzy's
cancer.
birthday. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
cancer.
Yay.
That's a Cancer.
No, she's Virgo.
That's a
I was
Cancer.
like, wait a minute. No, I think she's
If she's a Virgo, she's not in July.
No, that's not right. That should be Leo, right? I thought she was Leo.
Oh, Leo. There we go.
I thought she's a Leo.
Don't put
So
me
it's
So
in
if she's
later.
a Leo, she's
It's
probably
later
further
than that.
down in July.
Yeah,
She's
it's
probably
later
late
in
July.
I'm like,
again.
don't put me in charge of important things.
I'm like, don't be just putting the Cancer out here. Like,
did,
I need to
so-
know that ahead of time. No, I'm
July,
joking.
her birthday.
Why do you need to know that ahead of time?
No, I'm just playing. I'm just.
Oh,
When the fuck
I
is
love
I know
Cancer. My
everybody
mom.
have a lot to say about cancers.
No, my mom's a Cancer, man. Yeah, Cancer's good folk.
We good people. We got our ways, but we
Until
good
we
people.
fuck.
upset
Until you
about
get fucked
that, but
over.
I can't remember when.
You
Jasmine's
got that
birthday
right.
Ain't fucking with that.
Maybe
I
it's
am
the
not. I don't want
7th.
no smoke. I don't want no smoke from Cancer. That's the only side I don't fuck with. I give everybody smoke with Cancer. I be okay. I'm gonna stand down. It's all good. It's all good. Like, you got it. Right. Very winded, and it is not nice.
I'm upset that I can't figure out what day Jazzy's birthday on because I know it.
You have to get it
I
right.
just don't remember. Exactly. I know that's right. You got to get that
Is
right.
it July 27th?
Cause
That sounds about right,
It's
actually.
in line with like one of my ex-girlfriends, and I can't
My-
remember her birthday.
mine too. I think that's
Well, that's probably why y'all
I
forgetting
remember.
it.
Yeah.
That is. I'm trying to put that shit out my life. You close, honey. I'm sorry. I ain't want to.
You
want
wanna
to
block it out.
I think it is the 27th, something like that. I think so.
So I got a question for y'all.
Go on.
Uh-oh.
And it's not bad. Like
No,
I want to ask y'all to give me some topics for us for my podcast to talk about. We do segments called Let's Have Shots, where it's like up to 15 minutes. It's not our actual episode. So we just, I don't know. I think Chaos, you've listened to some of them.
I have. This is my shit because I be laughing with y'all like I'm in the room. I'm a podcaster. Like that's my shit. So I be
and we
listening
no
to
subject is off limits, as you can tell. If you
I
listen all of them, no subject is off limits. So I need a couple topics for next week.
This is the funniest shit is that, I be trying to think of topics too.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, shit, the topics is not hard, but it just depends. Cause I know, like,
I guess it's like when we're
having different
constantly
interests.
coming up with it.
Yes, and I got questions for you too because you're an experienced podcaster where ours hasn't even started yet. You feel me? So podcasting is a different world for us, kinda, but not really. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yes. As you because I heard your grinder, something in my system was like, oh, I got to get my grinder. That's
exactly. I do this subliminally. Smoke weed, everybody.
Right. That's exactly.
Y'all making me want to tap into that cabinet.
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot that part. We supposed to be your support system right now. All right.
And it's crazy because I bought a couple of blunts too, the pre-roll blunt. And they said they were like really strong.
Shit.
Yo,
but I'm scared to smoke them in my
apartment. Nothing like the strength of a black woman right now, bro. That shit is shining through. This black woman is right here fighting the fucking battles for us.
Come on through, girl.
Come on. This is what I'm talking about. That black woman power is different, my nigga. I respect you because that's respectful. But comments. You know what I was about to ask you, like. So what's your audience like? What's the Let's Have Shots audience like? What's your demographics
to be honest, I'm still getting a feel for it because all of this was completely new for me. So I'm over marketing. So I'm typically the one that you see online or talking to people. But looking at like the different insights that YouTube, Instagram, all of them give us. Surprisingly, it's an age group between like 25 and 34.
We got the same demographics.
Which is weird to me because, I'm the oldest. Like I said, I'll be 40 in July. Okay. So, and Roxy and Nikki just turned 33 and Roxy will be 30. I'm not even going to say because I don't want to get it wrong because she will go off. But so that kind of threw me off. But I mean, a lot of times I do see that age range. So I thought it would have been older. But then again, I think about it. Most people that are older are not going to be that engaged on social media. Maybe Facebook,
Yeah.
but we don't advertise on Facebook.
We neither. I don't either, and I don't know why. And it's funny because Instagram and Facebook supposed to be connected, but it's annoying. I don't know, but people have big followings on there. But I don't know is that where podcast community is actually gathers.
They have some on there, but the reason we don't is because Nikki's job is for
all
professional reasons.
All over that shit. Yeah. And you know what? Tell Nikki, I've worked for Microsoft, Apple, and all that, and I've always been Chaos the Rapper on all my shit.
Yeah, but she's also working on getting, I think it's called clearance. I'm not too familiar with
okay, yeah. Look, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So even a lot of times when we say certain things, we have to make sure we include her or like make it very clear, that relevant that it's only me or Roxy.
Wait a minute, because you mean to tell me I'm sitting here and I ain't got no blunt, and I'm talking about I got the weed all grinded and ready to go, and there's no rolling material?
That's that bullshit that happened.
What?
Are both of y'all in Atlanta?
No, I'm in Birmingham currently.
Oh, Birmingham. Okay, that's what's up.
Until I find a new residence.
Okay. One of my best friends she's not in Birmingham, but Mobile.
Okay.
And I'm originally from Mississippi, so.
Okay, nice. I have never been to Mobile yet.
Never?
No, I'm gonna probably take that and do that this summer.
I mean, I guess now that I'm older, I feel like there's culture in every city.
Absolutely.
Before I probably would have been like, well, you're not missing anything.
Because we was young and dumb, but now we know that we are everywhere, and that means something. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want to go see, especially all of my home state. You know what I'm saying?
What's your home state?
Alabama. Like I just, it's parts of here that I have not seen. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely got to get out and check it out.
Yeah, I always tell people Mardi Gras originated in Mobile.
Yep, it sure did. Absolutely.
And a lot of people they don't give it credit because Mardi Gras is really big in Mobile. Well, Mardi Gras is big all along the coast because I'm from Biloxi, Mississippi, and we grew up with Mardi Gras.
Okay.
Like we would get 3 days out of school.
Dang. They didn't teach us that was important, like at all, or a part.
It was very important.
Yeah.
Now, I don't really celebrate the parades too much, but I'll go home for I like to go to the balls to dress up.
Okay, yeah.
Whenever we have them again, y'all have to come out.
Absolutely.
Yo, I can't wait to show up, man. That's the basis of
my
our show.
They have the crew of McLeod, and they have a good time.
Yeah, hell yeah, we'll definitely come out. That's what I'm talking about, man. I can't wait to take people up on all these goddamn offers. Everybody like, you should do this, you should do that. I'm like, oh, dig it. Don't think I ain't.
So y'all don't get out at all?
Well, so the basis of our show, Yo LGBT Rap show, is like we pull up on people. Like all of our show is outside. Since this pandemic shit. And living in Atlanta is just not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have not been comfortable with doing a bunch of shit. But when the world opens up, I'm talking about a packed ass schedule already. It was kind of cool, though, because me and Jazzy, believe it or not, we've known each other or we've seen each other. We worked on projects here in Atlanta together, but we had never really met probably until, like, a couple months before our show. No.
Really? I thought y'all were like friends or something, like best friends or something before.
Nah, we met because we talked about the show. She was just like, what you doing with it? But I had, I got a new kidney and a new pancreas somewhere in between there. So it gave us like a year of, we had the meeting and then I got sick. And then, a year later, and then she hit me like, yo, we doing it or what? So then we jumped back on it. But, the basis was the talk show. So we had everything lined up for the talk show. And then COVID hit, so you gotta like reposition everything. So we just turned everything digital, which has been a process. But we here now, and now the world, when it starts to open back up, is dope because we've planned out what's next. You know what I mean? Like it's already planned out. So that part. But I'm like,
COVID is actually what got us started. So it actually worked out for us because our work schedules, everybody we talked about it, but everybody was working, and then I was laid off. Roxy was laid off. Nikki has been the only one that's been working throughout the entire pandemic.
Got you.
So we were able to meet up, and yeah, it gave us something to do.
Exactly. And that's pretty much what happened with us too, because we started shooting the show. I think we were into like the second show before the pandemic hit. And it was just like, because now we can't even be around each other. Like, what the fuck? So you got to switch it and make something out of it. And then the thing is, like, we had started doing a lot of shows, but editing is a bitch, bro. And I had never edited anything. Like, all the graphics and shit you see on Yo LGBT Raps is me. I ain't never did that shit.
Let me tell you, when I see your editing, I'm like, because I do all of that for like the social media, and I'm learning so much, but I feel like I'm so behind, and I try not to get caught up in, looking at what everyone else does. Like there are times where I just take a break from social media, so I'm not focused on what everyone else is doing. Absolutely. So I can kind of catch my own groove. But I see y'all edits, and I'm like, man, when I can't wait to get to that level.
Yo, and that ain't shit but practicing, because like I legit didn't do that. My the co-founder of YLR is like an amazing graphics person. That's what she does professionally. So all the videos and shit was coming from her. And when she, when she caught on to another business opportunity, and so now it's in my hands, and I'm like, oh shit, who the fuck we about to get video from? So I had to teach myself. But this right here, like, I invite you to sessions like this. We do it all week, where we just share ideas, we work together, because you can do everything. We jump on here, share our screens, and show each other shit. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely welcome, and I would love to be a part of, helping each other, because that's what it's about, bro. I need somebody to play with in the podcast world. I'm about to act up.
when you get out here, it's like, it's amazing, like the different people that you meet. Like I've also linked with a nonprofit here that they liked what I was doing and wanted me to, be over their social media. And I'm like, I'm not even, to me, I'm like, is what I'm doing is not even big. So I help out with that.
That's awesome.
And I'm just like, I don't know, maybe that might be something that I can get into. I don't know. So
listen, if you anything like me, I know, like, getting into, I've been music my entire life, right? Like, I've been doing music. I'm Chaos the Rapper before anything else. When I got into this, it just changed my perspective on a lot of shit. And it's just like, oh, okay, keep up with technology, still get to be involved in music. And this graphic shit is kind of fun, because you actually like to see your output when you finish. You're like, oh, I did that shit, right?
You do. Like when I put up certain posts, and like Roxy,
don't you feel good about
me up, and they be like, Neek, that's nice. I'd be like, thank you.
Right, exactly. And
because they don't know how much time it goes into it. And then sometimes I'll be worried, like, is this cheesy? Is it corny? Then you also have to figure out what fits your brand. It's another person that I follow. I think Nikki's
dope.
Yeah, she said some things. She be dropping some real knowledge, and it makes me like think about like what is our actual brand, because I don't think we found it yet. May will be our 1 year anniversary.
Congrats.
So
we just hit ours too. We just passed ours. We ain't said nothing about it. It was 420.
Really?
Yeah, the CONTNT
I thought
network.
y'all had been out for like way longer than that.
Well, no, the CONTNT network. So when we say the CONTNT network, that's CONTNT was a year. Me and Jazzy, we hit, Yo LGBT Raps hit 10 years. We hit 10 years the beginning of this year, and we ain't said shit either. We'll wait. We'll probably say something around September, because we got something big planned for September. So we'll announce it. Yeah, 10 years, bro. 10 years.
10 years.
10. Yay.
Now you talk about consistency. That's what I need to be taking notes on.
But you know what? It's been 10 years with life involved. So like we started out in 2011, like real heavy. I was into my music. So I had two partners that, my co-founder and her wife was going real hard at everything else, putting the idea together stuff. I still, was doing music. I had heavy music and a big career, Microsoft. So I was like over there, but I was still over there. But then that, we go through that, then life happens, there's surgeries, there's deaths. It's like pick up, put it down, pick up, put it down. Until we get to this point right here. And this was after my last one. I'm like, okay, it's my turn to have surgery now. So I'll have a surgery. We'll take another year off. And then we sit here and we're just like, all right, man, back to square one. But with the stuff that we've put out in the community we built, we've gotten, network deals, all of our old shit. That's what I think is so dope
Wow.
about the podcast, because a lot of the shit that we put out already, I'm just turning into a podcast. That gives me dumb episodes. I'm like,
That's what's up.
listen. Yeah. So it is. I mean, I like to pick your brain about certain shit too. Um, but I wanted to make sure we talked about the question that you originally asked. Your topics. So back to your crowd.
Yeah.
It's interesting. See, y'all got femmes and studs, and that's what we're trying to figure out, how to get the femmes over to our side. But y'all got a good
Really?
mix.
I would think that would be easy. I think it's a mix for us because you have me and Roxy, and then you have Nikki. Well, we originally started out with 4 people, so we had 2 studs and then 2 femmes.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have Nikki.
But that's dope, because for that and y'all age, y'all attract to like couples and shots.
We attract
Yes.
a lot of couples, and I don't
get
it.
I feel like that's a time where I'm just thinking, as a couple, I would sit there and listen to something like that with my partner on a Friday, just while we kicking it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like while you cleaning up and shit, because you guys have good conversation, that I told you I talk to y'all all the time, which y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I would see y'all appealing to that. I could see that good. I'm a podcast listener, like when I get up and I'm doing stuff, like just straightening up and stuff like that, and just moving around. I said straightening up like an old person.
No, that's what I say. I was like, so I get it. But a lot of our feedback when we first started, a lot of people would say to us that they had never seen something like that before, which I thought was odd. They were like, it's just a different perspective because of our age and our perspective on things. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, really, I mean, our idea literally came about just from us being friends, and just literally, this is what we do when we get together, because right. We don't club a lot, but we're always at each other's. Like when we get together at somebody's house. It's literally almost like living single, except for everybody ain't single, but you know, but you know, we get together, we have drinks, we cook, and we would legit discuss stuff. And sometimes it turns into a debate. Sometimes it get a little heated. But most times it's us just always laughing and clowning, because we drink and it's just like, we just lit.
That's dope.
And so we decided to turn it into a podcast, because we were like, man, somebody got to hear us. Like the conversations that we having. We was just like, let's talk about it. So literally,
and that's why I
like
the show, because that's why I feel like I'm just chilling with a bunch of people that I know. That's funny as fuck, and we just chilling. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Do you guys like throw questions out for your listeners to ask y'all?
We do. Some of them, it's pretty much the same listeners that respond. They'll give us answers. So that's the thing that I'm trying to work on, is the engagement, getting more engagement. But I do notice, like last season when we did Let's Have Shots, we did not show our faces. That was because aside from myself, nobody or no one else was really big into social media. So it was like pulling teeth to get these people to get on camera.
And who was that don't never want to say let's have shots in the beginning?
Nikki. She's just stubborn like that. But it was like pulling teeth to get them, especially Roxy, because all of us are very, very private. So that was like, I just had to slide it in there. I had to, put my sociology degree to some work.
I feel it.
So I had to, play mental games. I would be like, guys, I'm just so proud of us. Like, I can't believe y'all, y'all are even getting on here speaking about your lives. It's just, and we can take it to another level. And they like, yeah. And I was like, so I know y'all don't want to, but we might have to record our faces.
I'm laughing right now because I'm in psych class, and all of those things are the same exact shit that you got to rub it in real good.
Yeah, you gotta ease it on in there.
These stories are powerful, and people need to hear them. We are enriching the community. All over some shots, so you like, oh hell yeah, we enriched the community.
And that's exactly what I had to do. And then sometimes, like, I think I went live a couple weeks ago, they didn't even know it. We had just finished recording, and I just went live. And so I have to just do stuff like that because I was telling them what people I don't know what it is, maybe they relate to us, but that's when we get a lot more engagement. When we started showing our faces, I was like, and they're putting faces with names and personality.
Yeah, they like it.
So, and I was like, I think that's the key, is getting your crowd to relate and engage with you and know your personality.
Have y'all ever talked about like labels? I feel like that's always a good conversation, especially with y'all ages, because back in my age it was femme and AG. Femme and stud. It was two. That was like 35, okay? And that's too many because I can't think about all of that. And y'all want me to do so much. You want me to figure out what box you fit in. Then you want me to use the correct pronoun, all while we smoking weed and drinking. Like, I can't do all that.
Why look, the pronoun topic we have tried to stay away from because we do not understand it.
But that's the reason I opened it up, because maybe your people in your comment section will spark some conversation.
We be afraid of offending. We're like, we don't want to offend nobody, because if somebody snap, I know our mouths, and we got to keep it on a professional level. So right now,
but open it up
until we can find someone that relates to it, we like to bring people in to help guide us. So that's why we have
it's the like opening up the conversation to try to get it right. At least we doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna straight up just be like you with her and so and so and so, but open the conversation, be like, what do you want to be called? Because I don't want to offend you.
Right.
So why don't you tell me, and then hope that I can remember. And if I don't remember, I'm letting you know off rip, I'm drunk. The name of the show is Let's Have Cocktails. I'm drunk. So
that's a good idea.
Like, niggas know I'm high. So if I mispronounce your name, I'm really sorry. I did not mean it on purpose. I'm high. That's what I'm supposed to do. I forgot that I was supposed to press the button. I know. Do that. Could you back that ass up? Because I didn't see you and you're furry. So when I accidentally touch you, it freaks me out. What do you want over here anyway? Kiva says
we talked about labels some, but like I call Nikki a stud, but she's like, she's no label.
And I don't know what Nikki is, bro. Nikki is the most anonymous person ever.
The thing that I tell her, like, and that's why I have to be careful, because I'm like, well, what the hell do you want me to call you? Because
you're talking to marketing Nikki, right?
No. I'm talking about Nikki on our podcast.
I'm like, cause she's so anonymous that I just don't know. You stupid.
And now I'm so afraid of offending people like I don't know, because even on the show, like if I say stud, Nikki is like, no, I'm not a stud. And I was like, well, you're not a film. Nothing about you is like, well, I was like aside, well, you're dressing. I was like, I don't know. So I'm like, I'll just call you Nikki, but I let her know when I describe you to other people, I'm going to say stud, but she's a no label.
It's like masculine presenting is all long and it sounds weird. That's why I call everybody boss. I'm like, I can't go wrong with boss, because everybody want to be a boss. Boss could be male or female, just boss. What up, boss? Okay. You know?
And all of my friends, with the exception of Roxy, are studs. So I'm just like, I don't know what to call. Y'all are like,
it's too many choices.
I was like, y'all acting more feminine than me right now. I don't know what to say to you.
That's another one. Well, see, that might be an offensive topic. I'm just like, I noticed that some studs act really feminine. They're more feminine.
Okay, that is offensive because we are women.
We are women, yeah.
So,
but it's like when you be like, a dude is acting really feminine.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. We are inherently emotional because we're ruled by the moon. So we're going to always have those feelings and all of these different changes and things. And this is what I feel like definitely is the key to the feminine aspect of us. You know what I'm saying? As well as the solar aspect. It goes into that whole thing. However, I think that the problem arises when we want to auto-assign characteristics onto each other. For me, this is not as deep as it is for other folks, and I can actually talk about things and I can address it. but like it can be offensive to others because I feel like they have not come into themselves to be able to be as accepting, because anything in life will take you to come into a spiritual self in
Right.
to have true acceptance. So when you have a spiritual acceptance, you have to strip yourself of the bullshit at the door, meaning any shit that you come with. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the, we dress like guys, but under the clothing we're women. Period. I don't give a fuck what anybody want to argue and say. We may have more masculine tendencies, but still, at the end of the day, we need to be balanced. We need to have masculine and both feminine. But I think it's problematic when our counterparts, let's say feminine women, want to assign masculine characteristics onto us and feel like, oh, well, you're supposed to be like this. No, I'm like this because this is how I was fucking born. I just this way. You know what I'm saying? I appear on the outside this way. But when I'm with you, when I'm, and it's not the world, it's just you and I can strip all of this mask and armor the fuck off, and I can just be who it is that I am. And I feel like at the core, that becomes the issue. You know what I'm saying? When it becomes a partnership, like there's something there that wants to auto assign these behaviors and these characteristics onto each other. And I'm saying it goes both ways. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because we come in the door, some of us come in the door like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm this, you know what I'm saying, I'm hard, I'm whatever. And no, you're not, nigga. You denying that fucking true aspect of yourself. You was born a woman.
So what's
Deal
the
with that.
conversation, or how do we get? Because that's one of the reasons how I bonded with a lot of studs that I have around me now, and the reason why we could not bond with a lot of studs before, because they don't want to talk about being feminine. I've always been the pink one. Pink is my favorite
Yeah.
fucking color, so I've always been the pink one out of
Hmm.
my fuck boys. You know what I'm saying? Like I was raised by the fuck boys, but how do you open that conversation amongst the people to get it where the opening of the conversation is not offensive like you said, but it brings out that kind of stuff? Because I agree, like
First,
I've
Yeah,
always been okay with
I
my
agree.
femininity.
I have definitely been a part of safe spaces. When in LA, when I lived in LA and I was in a safe space in Atlanta, I actually prefer this type of shit because this is where you get to know people for real. First
Right.
and foremost, the order of the day is creating a safe space. And everybody has to agree that they're going to be a certain way in that space. Meaning, you can't be in the space and you come out that shit. And let's say you get pissed off at that person and you be like, oh, see, you fucking was molested and this, that, and shit. Like, no, ma'am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
I
not,
have
you know what I'm
never
saying?
been
Like,
in no space where because that's a respect thing. Like
that's a respect thing, absolutely. And
yeah,
I haven't experienced it like that for real, but I've seen some scenarios where
okay.
some
Cause
things
I'm
have
like that's
happened.
real
You know what I
crazy.
mean? Yeah. Oh no,
And
I've
sometimes I
never.
think that's what keeps us from having the conversations, because a lot of times I won't have the conversations with people because, and now you made a good point. It's not a, and now I realize what you saying, that it wasn't a safe space for me,
Hmm.
because if you're going to get upset, like if I say something, you know, and I'm ignorant in what I'm saying, correct me, but you can't,
Absolutely.
come at me with force. You know what I'm saying?
To
Like,
try to explain something or to try to make you see what's going on. That's
right. Because a
understood.
lot of times my argument that I say, like when I'm talking to my friends, like I said, the majority of them, I say stud to describe you, but I let them know, I was like, I do respect who you are, that you are a woman. I look at you as a woman. I was like, when I'm asking you questions, it's just me wanting to know, because I don't understand. You say you're no label, you're a woman too. But then when we get into certain topics, like, I'm not trying to be graphic, but one of our topics was the strap. And I was like, all of a sudden y'all tense up and you're like, oh no, I don't take that. And I'm like, so why is that an issue? You just said you're a woman, penetration, so I'm lost. Like, make me
Yeah.
understand why y'all tensing up with that
Again, and
subject.
that's another good comment because I feel like it's interesting as fuck because I feel like in the right safe place, like Keep said, in the right safe place, opposed to a place where there is a lot of that. I got to be extra hard attention. You're gonna get two totally different conversations. Keep, what could you possibly be laughing at down there?
She's laughing. I can't.
I was like, is it my imagination? This nigga's back
Her
here
screen
dying.
is red, so I can't really see.
Wait,
and she's muted.
It looked like she's still cracking up too. I'm so confused, and I'm over here terrified because I ain't got no blunt. Maybe she on the phone. Yeah, I think she on the phone. Maybe she on the phone. Okay. Because she's on the phone because nothing that we just said was funny yet. So no, but I feel you. I feel like if in conversations in different spaces, different things will be able to be said. I will say in conversations with us when we're on here with like larger groups, and we're not on YouTube, we have those conversations, and it's conversations amongst boys that need to be had, though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I might have missed a lot of fucking dope relationships with studs based off of that I gotta be hard type shit. And we automatically grill each other, not knowing that this nigga may be the dopest photographer and I might be the illest this, and we could have gotten together, but because of our this with my pink ass. But see, I'm the pink one, so I'm always saying hi to people. People just don't say hi to me back sometimes because I might be too much for them. Whatever. Because I don't care.
But that's even with me. Like I tell people, I know that if people look at me, they're going to consider me a femme. Am I the most feminine femme there is? No, I am not. Right. There are a lot of things that I'm just not into. And it has caused like even issues with me majority of the time. Well, all of my relationships have been with studs, and it causes issues. I'm like, well, I am a femme, but I don't know certain things that you are looking for in a film. Maybe I can't give you that because
and as we get older, you can tell me if you agree with this. It's like you start seeing that kind of shit. Like people really try to forecast on you what they expect you to be or want you to change. But first of all, at what point do you realize that we're not like 15 meeting? Niggas have been through whole life. Niggas are whole people, and they have their ways and the things that they do for the past 40 years, my dude. Not the past 15 years. It's not a changeable thing. Like, we're in an age where you meet somebody and y'all have to give and take. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to adapt to another person if that's really what you want type shit. It's not back in the day. And I'm an asshole, so I know for sure what I'm talking that shit because I've been that person. My toxic masculinity is like I'm who I am, and this is what I want my wife to look like and be and carry. Who the fuck am
I am who I am. You did not just say that.
I did. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Are you one of those that's just stuck in that?
I was very much in my Chaos the Rapper mode back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I was very much stuck in that mode. But at the same time, I was a serial relationship person. So I always had a girlfriend with the title. You know what I'm saying? There was always a titled one, but then there was also the ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's whack to me now. Oh, Chaos the Rapper, you're growing up. I'm so proud of you, yo. It was my dreads. I cut my hair off and I became a different person.
The dreads, okay. I mean, I can see that. Are you gonna grow them back?
I did it in January. I just cut my shit off in January, but I was growing my hair for like 15 years. So I had a super long ponytail.
Yeah, like one of my best
Kiva got that ponytail right now. She holding that shit down. Keep a ponytail to the floor.
Yeah, one of my best friends, y'all had her on there, Alsace.
What you said?
Alsace Carcion. I said you the one with the ponytail.
Oh.
I said yours down to the floor.
Not yet.
Well, yo, what was you laughing at a minute ago? We like, are you in this conversation? Because what we're talking about is not that funny. Oh, no. I'm like, this nigga.
We saw you laughing. I was like, what
abuse and death and shit. This nigga cracking up.
No, it's on the phone, right?
I'm like, this comment is off, boy.
My bad. Be like, she's cuckoo. No.
I'm like, keep it kind of dark over there.
Like it is. I was like, I couldn't tell because I was like, your screen is kind of red. I was like, is she laughing or is she?
Have you ever heard of? That's funny because I've been meaning to mention their name this whole time, and then I get up here and I see it. What is it? Les Crenims?
I think we just started following each other.
Yeah, Les Crenims is pretty dope. I know that they do like a lot of online events, but their space seemed pretty dope too. When I went on there, they had like this. It was a speed dating joint as part of this series that just came out. I'm in the series, so I went on there and the way they ran the room, like the breakout room, the conversations, it was all dope. Like you would just pop into a random room with like random people, and there'd be a topic that they throw out earlier, so that when you get in the room, you have a topic. Yeah. That's what I'm just like. I'm sitting here talking to you, and I'm thinking maybe something like a dope ass podcast party or some shit with like a couple of dope
Mm.
podcasts that we know. Cause I saw your link up early, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And you were just like, "That's gonna be dope when we link." And I'm like, "Yeah, it would be." And it would be especially dope if we record a good ass podcast, and it ends up on all of our podcasts. You know what I mean? Like one good
Oh
episode of
yeah.
all of us. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, the
That's how I want to.
collaboration that we just did, man, that was so much fun. We had, and it was like family. It was like we had known each other forever. The vibe was so,
I
it was
love
so
it.
cool. It was
I
so
love
good. And
it.
they're a couple.
Mhm.
So, but we had a lot of conversation that didn't even make it.
I'm sure, man.
Because they opened up and talked to us, and when they started opening up, we were like, okay, so we got questions. Because
And that's why oh man, I can't wait to do this shit in person. I can see it now, like just renting out something dope. And because of the way, like, Kiba's a super audio head, I'm an audio head. Like the way we could mic a room would be stupid to everybody just be comfortable and have a
yeah,
whole podcast.
man, that's gonna be that's a goal. That's a
Yeah,
goal.
that's that. We just set goals, y'all. Y'all on YouTube watching. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I have not paid attention to YouTube since this conversation started. It's been over an hour. I'm a horrible person.
Oh,
Charge
you're
this to
on.
the
This
game.
is on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we're on the
Oh,
YouTube.
I didn't even know that.
Yo, it doesn't show you that when you pop up, like when you
I
jump in.
I didn't pay attention.
I'm
I
sorry. I usually preface it. You know what I'm saying. Let me know how you feel about that because I can definitely take it down and edit it out for next time. I mean, for
Back
what
at
you
it.
call it. And I'm gonna actually come off YouTube. YouTube, you guys been real.